So in the Gold Prayer Book, please turn to page 34. If you have the white binder, please turn to the first page titled Kadampa Center Prayers. And we'll chant Shakyamuni Buddha mantra 3 times. Taya ta om mune mune maha mune so taya ta om mune mune maha mune so Now let's chant read the Medicine Buddha stanza and chant the mantra right below it 7 times. And if you have the white binder, it's on the blue sheet. Bhagawan, with equal compassion for all, whose name, when merely heard, dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis light. Teata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, ranza samonga de soha. Teata o bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, ranza samonga de soha. Teata o bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, ranza samonga de soha. Teata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Teata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Teata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Teata om bekanze, bekanze, maha bekanze, bekanze, raja samugate soha. Now let's read the 4 measurables in English. May all sentient beings have happiness in the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering, the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. Turn the page to 37. Page 37. And then the 4 measurables chanting version towards the bottom. So we'll chant that in Tibetan. And if you have the white binder, it's the words by the music notes. Senchen tan che dewa deve jodan dembo joji Then right below there's 2 mantras. So let's chant Chenrei 6 mantra, he's the Buddha of great compassion, 8 times. And then Green Taurus mantra, deity of enlightened activity, 7 times. For Geshe and Geshe Gelik and Geshe Sangpo's long, healthy, happy lives. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 So the children can leave with their parents, or they can stay in the Gampa with their parents.
Sanje je do zoje chono la shonje bada dana shase dagi je sanje be zono je dola be je sanje robo shon sanje je do zoje chono la shonje bada dana shase dagi je sanje be zono je dola be je sanje robo Shon sanje je dan zo je jono la shon je ba da na sha se da ge je sanje be zon na je ndo la be je sanje ndo ba shon ni de je wa zo na ge ji ni je zhen de gu ye don ndo la pe ba shen no lo ji ni ji de de za ba Konda yang da den be tona na ba ke de na sun de se ba ni de xiong ju se be zu je san je jin na ye de la xiang sa ye la Tia dang ga ding ga de parang ga de para song ga de bo de so ga tia dang ga ding ga de parang ga de para song ga de bo de so Tia dang ga ding ga de parang ga de para song ga de bo de so ha Okay, good morning. And happy Mother's Day. Okay. How about we do again like 9-round bridge meditation? Then after we do, okay, then we continue the joyful efforts. Okay. Same thing like last time, we have to push ring finger, the thumb, push in the ring finger and close. Okay. Then okay. You have to do like very strong. Okay. And everyone, most of you know, right, how to do. Okay. Yeah. When you breathe in, please think about all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and all holy beings giving blessing for us. When you breathe out, you have to think about all our states, unhappy, net merit, all negative state of the mind, and throw it away. You have to like breathe in, you have to think about that. Breathe out, you have to think about that. Okay. Mm. Right head. Okay. Then breathe in. First one. Second. Okay, there's the first three wrong, and the second one is same. Okay, last one. When you breathe in, you have to close your hand like this. When you breathe out, like just open. Okay, the both nose. Okay, and this round 9 round breath meditation is very good. When you stays, your mind is crazy, then you do this meditation is help a lot. The last 2 weeks ago, I mentioned like one of the student come to visit my house. She is very stuck. Okay, then because her like in the exam and this and that, then I try to do like breathe meditation. Then she said that's help a lot. I think same we all, whenever we are unhappy, crazy, then try to do this kind of meditation and make your mind is very peaceful and calm. Okay, then uh, maybe we do like same like last time, do some focus meditation. Okay, uh, the all of us like first look at the behind me Buddha. Can you see? Okay, scientific this kind of Buddha like that big, like 1 inch 2 inch, and from your this level distance like 4 feet 4 feet. Okay, then very strong, bright, shining, so many like lightly. You have to have think about like that, visualize. Okay, then anyway, then you have to focus how much you can focus it, the Buddha statue, how much. The first time we cannot focus like 1 second is good, then 2 seconds is much better, 3 seconds, and then more 1 minute, 2 minutes, more 5 minutes. Try to like if your mind goes somewhere, try to bring back to visualize the Buddha's image. Okay, You have to have think about like Buddha's image is very bright, shiny, lightning, because they make your mind is like bright, not like dark. Make sense? Okay, then all of us think about that. Maybe how about 2.5 hours? Maybe a few minutes, okay? And try to. Okay, very good. If you can stay like the object and your mind and cannot separate like meat, water and milk, okay, you can stay like 1 second and 2 second more and more. If you can stay like a few minutes, then you have to have like a visualize similar like that kinds of Buddha in between your here. I don't know how to say. Yeah, you have to have like a visualize one exactly like this one your heart. Okay, then you have to think about like this from here for so many wonderful colors go through the other Buddha's mind, and the other one is come back to this your body. Like you have to only think about that. Make sense? Okay, then you can stay like hour and hour and hour. Then you cannot disturb anything whatever going on around your life. Okay, then like some of the yoginis stay like 1,000 years. They have many story. Okay, if they think okay now I'm going to stay like the 1,000 years meditate without like doing something, then they can stay. When you study Tantri, they have a lot of story about that, how they can stay long, like this and that. Anyway, the meditation has so many different meditations, right? Man, we have to change our mind. That's the meditation point, okay? And anyway, very good. And before we talk about the joyful effort, I just want to talk about a little bit, introduce like what is the Buddhist, okay? Then we have so many ways to explain it through Buddhist, so many ways to explain Buddhist. But mostly His Holiness Dalai Lama through the dependent ordination and no violence conduct. Make sense? Okay. The dependent ordination is origination is very very important, because last 2 weeks Sunday we talk about a lot, because everything's dependent. Everything's dependent, because my happiness, whatever I want, everything depends others. Okay, without others we cannot get anything, right? Like if we think deeply, our house, food, clothes, if we become a leader and becoming nuns, even becoming liberation, everything depends on others. Without others we cannot get anything. Therefore all of us have responsibility benefit others, from our mind, speech, body. Try to every single day say nice to others, think good for others, and always try to help others. That's very important. His Holiness always said, try to benefit others. If you cannot, at least don't harm. If you spend whole life like that, end of your life you don't have to regret, because your life is spent honest, truthfully, compassion. Therefore you don't have to regret. If you don't have to regret, then he's a 100% guarantee you will be beautiful life, nice beautiful life and good. Okay, then why I want to talk about that, because last Sunday, okay, 2 weeks ago Sunday, then after we talk, then we discussing, okay, then I learned something from you guys, because Um, the second one is no violence conduct, right? No violence means like, no violence. Violence yourself is violence. Violence other is violence. Okay? Therefore, if you don't like yourself, then some people say, oh, I don't like, then destroy your things. That's also violence. Violence? Make sense? Okay. Therefore, I don't know, maybe we are different culture, but in Tibet, I never heard the people say, I don't like myself. I never heard. Yeah. But here, we don't have, I don't know, maybe some people has Pablo. Most people don't have Western country, America and Europe. They don't have Pablo foods, clothes, the, the living things, because Western country has so many good things compared to other country, right? But here, I think most people think too much. I don't know, maybe, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Therefore, I think mm, our life is very important. If you talk about the Buddhist point of view, like our life is peaceful human life, right? And we say diet and lila. Our life is hundred much better than million of the dollars. Okay, our life. They have so many reasons that I don't know if like we say why this and that. We have like beginning of the Lori Chambu, they explain it so much, right? But sometimes like million of the dollars make, I don't know how to say, destroy your life. Like I give one example. What happened to last week? Last week, they have one Chinese restaurant owner. He opened like a few restaurants and carry rally drawing area. He got a lot of money. Therefore, some people tried to rob him 5 times. Yeah. Then finally, the 9 people kill him. Nine shoot, 9 shot. Yeah. He died because for money. Yeah, it's so sad, right? Yeah. Sometimes it's like money make your life is destroyed. Therefore, our life is very, very important. If you think about like Buddhist side, our life is a future human life. Okay? Then also we all have seed of the Buddha. We all have like Buddha nature, right? Therefore, we all become a Buddha. Then we can do so many things, temporary things or long-term things. Even we become like liberation for this life. Okay, therefore our life is very, very important. Then if we don't think about like like religion, our life is one of the human being, right? One of the human being. Therefore, if you do good for yourself, it leads like you doing one of the human being. Yeah. The long time ago, when I was young and studying at the monastery, one of my teacher always tell us, during that time, of course, monastery are very poor, but when people offering for monks, we have to all money give to our teachers. Then teachers, how many you got the money, they like write down the amount. Next time, whenever you need, the teacher gives to you, because teachers are our bank. Okay. Okay. Then, sorry. Then my teacher, one of my teacher, philosophy teacher, he always give advice like, if you get extra money, don't expend stupid things, okay? Try to buy and clothes, at least they call tanga. That's the cheapest one in our body. At least buy this one. Then he said, that's you create a lot of merit. Because why? Because you are one of the human being. You take care at least one of the human being. Okay. Second, you are a monk. Therefore, you're going to offer one cloth for one monk. Okay. Therefore, he always give advice because we are one of the human being. Also, we can wear. Therefore, we have a lot of like advantages doing good ourselves. Make sense? Then I don't know. If you don't like yourself, then it's very hard to say love other people, right? Then if you don't have like self-compassion, then how you compassion other people? Even you help other people, it's easy to like give up because I don't know how. Yeah. Therefore, I think it's very, very important always like compassion yourself. Then I think many people misunderstand, like, or say, or practice compassion. They have to think, oh, give up yourself and then doing something for others. Not like that. If you practice compassion, you have a lot of benefit. Okay? If you practice compassion, your mind is always calm, peaceful. Okay? You can like check if you angry, jealous, somebody. I don't know how destroy somebody's life. That definitely destroy your mind. If you're angry somebody, your mind is unhappy, right? Then you're doing so many bad things yourself. This makes sense? Okay. Therefore, it's very important. Think yourself is very important and try to love yourself. Anyway, I just want to because last 2 weeks Sunday we discussed about the self-compassion. I thought that's a help. I don't know it's help or not. Anyway, then we are going to continue to talk about the joyful effort. Then let me see. Yeah, joyful effort has 3 types. Joyful effort, right? What I mentioned last time. They have armor joyful effort and joyful effort gathering and joyful effort where joyful effort working for the way of sentient beings. Okay. Joyful armor like joyful effort, the joyful effort of gathering virtue and joyful effort of working for the welfare of sentient beings. Clear, right? Okay. Many the Buddhist masters explaining the path of the joyful effort. We need mind that is willing to bear hardship to benefit others. Even if it takes a very long time, we are happy to bear the hardship, like staying thousands of years in the hell, if this effort will benefit others. Like, many masters and many Buddhist books explain that. But similarly, our life, not don't think about like religion, but We need a mind that can walk for so many months and without giving up for learning something ourselves. Mm. For example, we have to work hard for some education to gain some knowledge. Therefore, we need this kind of armor like joy for effort. We need to have joy for hard work. We need to have joy to persevere, to never give up. It's clear? Okay. Even if it takes months and months, we need to believe we can do it. Okay. Like Shakyamuni Buddha and Bodhisattvas and early lives, even though many lifetimes they were born as bugs or went to the many hell realms, okay. But they practice virtue and abandoned no virtue. They work very hard, practice six perfections, and then eventually they become a Buddha. We are still here and not Buddhas ourselves. It's because we have not had enough joyful effort. Many Dharma books, masters explaining this. Okay. For example, we have had so many classmates and all have the same teachers, same schools. But some classmates put forth more effort and become very educated and knowledgeable and have successful lives. If we are not as successful, this is due to have least joyful effort. Okay? Mm. Therefore, whatever we learn, whatever we do, we must maintain a mind of joyful effort until we finish and reach our goal. So we need this kind of mind. Okay? Then I want to share one of the here story. One of the Indian master, he's very famous. He's the Bodhisattva. It's not just Bodhisattva, his level very high. His name is Asanga. We call Bodhisattva Ayara. Are. Yeah, he's very famous, like Indian master. Asanga meditate with the goal to see material Buddha. Have you ever heard this story? Okay. Then I'm happy to share here. He spent 3 years in the cave, meditate. He had no success and see material Buddha. After 3 years, he gave up and left the cave. Not far outside, he met a man with big metal rod.
Big metal rod.
Big, huge one. Okay. Then he was rubbing the metal with a soft cloth, not very soft cloth. Okay. Then Asanga asked him what he was doing. The man said he was making a needle. Then Asanga told you, wow, he was this kind of joyful effort. My joyful effort is nothing. Okay. Therefore, so he went back to the cave, meditated for another 3 years. Then he still was not successful in seeing material Buddha. And again, Asanga left the cave. Outside, he saw a bird flying through a hole in the rock. Okay. Asanga saw that because the bird was flying in and out through the hole was big, made bigger by the bird's feather, touching the rock again and again. This rock become bigger. And so again he returned for another 3 years of meditation and still was not successful. Then Asanga left the cave and saw water deep because he's like on the rock mountain. Then outside he saw the water dripping the hole is become very big because water make like deep. Then they also make his encourage, and then he go back to again 3 years. Still not successful. Okay, and he really give up this time, and he left this cave. He was handy home, and he saw a dog with rotting flesh. Dog, yeah, dog, red dog, and that was full of maggots, right? Maggots. He knew if this removed the maggot, they would die with nothing to feed on. So he cut his own flesh from here. So he cut his own flesh, put them on. At first he tried to remove the maggots with a stick, remove stick, but he thought he may hurt them. So he decided it would be better to take them out with his tongue. Can you do? Then he closed his eyes and stuck out his tongue and tried to reach the maggots. And Asanga opened his eye. There was nothing, he thought. Then he opened his eye. He saw the dog was in fact material Buddha. Okay. Then he cried when he saw material Buddha. He said, I tried to 12 years to find you and you did not show up. Then material Buddha said, when you first came to the cave, I was there. If you don't believe, it's look at my robes. When you spit in the cave, it is landed here on my robes. Yeah. Asanga saw the place where his spit had his had hit materials Buddha's robes. Okay. Then Asanga wants to show all over the city the material Buddha. He carry material Buddha here. He's shouting, material Buddha is here. Then many people think Asanga is crazy, but they have very special grandmom. She saw one of the dog he carry, that's a story of the Asanga. Then even I think that's really this story we can learn many things, how powerful compassion. Even he is like a Bodhisattva was meditated 12 years, can't see the material Buddha. Then he got a very strong compassion. Through that, he met the material Buddha. Right? Through the compassion. Compassion is how powerful. Okay. The another thing is I think we learn this story. We cannot judge whatever you see the other people, you cannot judge immediately. Okay, because when we was monastery and always teachers mention us, don't criticize others because it could be their Bodhisattvas, the Buddhas. If we criticize Bodhisattva or Bodhicitta, we create a lot of bad karmas. Therefore, always try to say nice to other people. Okay, therefore, because if we not enough to purify, we cannot see reality. Reality, right? We cannot see. They have also one of the Madhyamaka subject. We talk about one of the bowl of the water, how they level high the deities how they look at the water, they can see amata.
Nectar.
Yeah, that's very the holy water. Then we can see water, but some of the hungry ghosts can see the blood, like something like that. Therefore, they all see like, different because they have different karma, different like purify. Therefore, whenever we see somebody like, doing something, things we cannot criticize, rather they like, for compassion for him. Make sense? Okay, we learn from this story from these two things. Then also another like, story about Milarepa. Have you ever heard Milarepa? I think most of you know Milarepa. Milarepa is very famous yogini. This one, Milarepa, yeah. And the a little bit story about Milarepa. Milarepa is one of the village rich family son. Then his father went to the I don't know, for business. During that time, the baby was born. Okay. Then one of the they are like, the big like rich family. Then one of the his mom sent to the that time no like, text message. Therefore have to have sent somebody for message. Then one guy bring the letter to his father. Then a father opened the letter. Then they said, "Oh, we got the baby boy." Then father is very happy. Therefore, father give the name Love Up on Hiri. I don't know. We call it Tibetan Tibagawa. Ti means here. Ga means love. Therefore, he give name of Tibagawa. Milarepa's really name is Tibagawa. Maybe love up on Hiri. Upon Hiri. Okay. The Milarepa's name. Then Milarepa, I think 7 years old, his father is very sick. Very sick. Then the father knew he going to die. Okay. Then he called his uncle, the uncle's family. Then it's too young to give all the things to Milarepa and the mothers. Therefore, he tried to keep all the good things to their uncles. Because they looks like super rich, like, everything's keep there and give everything right down this and that. Then he asked to uncle, give when he grew up, please give back to all the things. Then after that, the uncle's family treat Milarepa as one sister and mom, treat like slavery. Just give the job, don't give food, no salary. They got a lot of suffering, a lot of suffering. Then Milarepa grew up. When he grew up, Milarepa mom wants to now take back all the things, good things. Then she like organized one meeting, like all the villaging people like meeting. Then she prepared all very good foods in there. Then after she like, read the what good things their uncle's hand, she said, we need back to now our son is grow up. Then their uncle and aunt so angry, then beat for their family, the mom and Milarepa also said this all my things, not your husbands. Also we own a lot of things, like, say something like that. Then I don't want to attend the meeting, go back their home. Then mom is so sad. Then mom really wants to learn black magic and destroy the uncle's family. Then she sell her like most of the property. Then give the Milarepa, ask Milarepa go to some remote area, learn for black magic. We can say black magic. That's a true story, like, black magic. Then they give. Then Milarepa went to there. He studied many years. Then one time he did doing their uncle's daughter or son doing the like windy ceremony that they're getting married. Everybody's party during that time. He did black magic. Then destroyed all their house, and so many, he did many things. Then that time, the mom go to the roof of their house. They say, "Do you know that? That's my son." They shout like something like that. Then some people say, "Oh, that's good." Some people say, "Oh, that's bad." So many going on. Cause that Malaruba cannot come back to village, because if he come back to village, those people kill him. Then he knew he did so many bad things. Then he wants to studying then Buddhist. Okay. Then he changed his mind. He tried to find good teachers. Then one by one, many different story. One teacher introduced another teacher, another teacher. Finally, then somebody introduced Maba Lotsawa. He's very famous. He's very famous Maba Lotsawa. Then Malarupa met the Maba. Then Maba knew he did so many big things. Therefore, first Maba tell him, you have to purify. Then Maba instructs to beat the tower, nine floor. Then almost finish himself. He carry all the stones carry. Then Maba say, okay, you did wrong. Whenever you bring the stones, bring back that place. 9 times he did. Every way it's so many things he did. But he wants to receive teaching, therefore he's happy to do whatever he said. But finally he beat. Then he received his teaching from Maba. Then he practiced. That life he became a liberation. One of the example in Tibet Buddhism, one life, one person become liberation is Malaripa. Then somebody say, oh, Malaripa previous life is his very this and that. Malaripa say, if people say like that, criticize me. I'm the worst person. Did so many people kill. But when I do practice, the way to become a Buddha, then you guys 100% much better than me. Therefore, if you do practice, you have a way to make sense. Okay, this is one of the joyful effort for story. Malaripa. Okay, if you guys want to read the Malaripa story, Malaripa died because one of the Geshe give poison for him. Okay. Then many people misunderstand. This Geshe is not Buddhist Geshe. Because during the Malaripa time, the Lama Tsongkhapa is not came. Because Buddhist Geshe is after Lama Tsongkhapa, they came here. I think Malaripa is around Tibet becoming Buddhist 7th century. After 200 years, Malaripa is came in Tibet. Okay. Then now, for example, if we conduct business, today my mind is not so good. Sorry. Business, we need to have a budget. Similarly, if we don't have education, everything will be difficult. We say knowledge is the root of our life. Knowledge is the root of our life's work. If we farm, if we are doctor, whatever we do, first we have to learn how to do the jobs, right? Therefore, education is the eye. If we have good education, we can see many things. Without education, we are blind. Therefore, joyful effort is the root of gaining knowledgeable. Okay? Now the second one, joyful effort of gathering virtue. This means try to every second of every day to create merit. Every second we try to gain merit. This means if we don't have received merit, we should try to create merit. If we already have merit, we try to increase it more and more. Is clear? Okay. Also, for each one of these professions, we want to bring joyful effort. Like, for example, if you practice generosity, they're happy to give, doing things good. If you to practice for 10 virtues, happy to do, like something like that. Like, each of the six professions has each joyful effort. In fact, each of the six professions has all six professions with it. For example, we talk about the first profession, generosity, and there is the generosity of generosity, the generosity of ethics, the generosity of patience, and so on. So for joyful effort, we want to practice generosity with joyful effort, and we want to practice ethics with joyful effort, and so on. Okay. Now, joyful effort, they have two obstacles. Practice joyful effort, they have two obstacles: procrastination and discouragement. Okay. The first one is we thinking like whatever I want to do, I can do later. I can do later. The second obstacle is discouragement. Right? Is thinking that is too difficult. I cannot do that. Like, okay. Within procrastination, there are three types. The first is knowing that we can do something to gain merit, but we do not do it. The second is thinking that we still have time to do this, so we don't need to do it now. The third one is be attached to no virtuous activities. For example, people here like to play video game, right? Yeah. And this type of procrastination is when we are so attached to playing video games that we do not do other things we need to do, or we feel like we do not have time for practice Dharma. Okay. Now, another way to look at joyful effort is like this. For those of us who feeling we don't have joyful effort, but we want to get it, there are 9 types of help us. The first 3 we want to remove so we can gain joyful effort. This kind of mind we have to stop. Okay. The first one I banned is the laziness of procrastination. You guys sleeping? Not right? Okay. Yeah. Like thinking today's job I can do tomorrow. This kind of mind cheat us. Okay. It is one of our enemies. This kind of mind we must stop. We can abandon this type of mind by thinking about impermanence. If we think about impermanence, then we realize that if we miss this future opportunity for Dharma practice, we will have regret. Okay, this one's a good example. If we have opportunity to gain $1 million, okay, but we wait because we are playing video games. Then we have finished the plan, the opportunity for $1 million is already gone. This kind of regretful feeling that is generating when we are regret practice Dharma. If I miss this opportunity, I will regret it. We don't know when we will die, okay? The time of death is uncertain. So think about this. Can help us abandon this type of laziness. This first one is clean. Okay. The second kind of mind to abandon is laziness of pursuing no virtue, like having attachment to speak badly about others. To abandon this type of laziness, right? We have think about karma and 3 types of suffering: the suffering, the suffering of change, and all pervasive suffering. Especially this last one, all pervasive suffering. To survive in samsara, we need money, things like house and survive in samsara, we need many things like a house and so on. If we have too much attachment to these things in samsara, we are going to miss these most important things. Okay, we all love money, but too much focus on money will lead to be trouble. What I said before. Okay, more than money, we have many virtuous things we need to do. Okay, I'm going to read one more, then we discuss you. Okay, that's the better. Then I think some will wake up. The third mind to abandon is laziness of discouragement. Okay, like thinking education is very difficult, so I can't study, or thinking for example, studying is too difficult, I can't do, give up. This kind of we must abandon. Instead, we try to have the mind that's saying, I have to finish, I must study, I must know this information. Similarly, it is the same with our job. Why? Because we see around us, even with animals, we can train them, right? I think that's true. When I first came, one of the Kadampa members, they bought one little dogs. They asked me to give name. Then I went their family house. They said, right now, our dog is not old enough to go to school. For me, very funny. Yeah. But after, dog is become very calm. They send to school. Therefore, dogs learn a lot. So why? Then we can't we learn or be successful. When we were in a kindergarten, middle school, high school, college, there was so much we have learned. If we learn this, there is more we can learn. We can do it. Then around us, we have classmates. We can have healthy competition with them to learn other success can help inspires us. I think this is true. When I first studying how to drive, the Geshe teach me. Okay, then he teach me. First time he take me on the road. I'm sorry. He said, do this and do that, make me more confused. Then I give up. I thought, I'm never going to drive. really I give up. Then one time one little girl, like she's like 18, just turned 18. She drive. I go with her, and I thought if she can drive, what? I'm very like that I'm much better to her. I can. I'm just kidding. But because her make me encourage to drive. Yeah, sometimes like if we competition like something like that. Okay. Also sometimes we may think like Buddha has so much knowledge and we may think I cannot learn that much. But if we think about the Buddha nature, what we talk about that, Buddha nature, we can be encouraged. All of us have Buddha nature. Everyone can become a Buddha. Everyone in the past who became a Buddha began just like us. In the past lives, Shakyamuni Buddha may have been lower than us in God through the Bodhisattva way of life. Shantideva said that all Buddhas before they were elect were the same like us. They had suffering, ignorance, and anger, and so on, but they had Buddha nature, and therefore become a Buddha. So why are we discouraged? We can become the same like them. Okay, they have more like 5. Maybe we stop here. That's better, right? But everyone going to sleep if I did more. Do anyone has any questions? Okay, Rabbi has. Okay.
Geshe, thank you. At the very beginning, you said the primary purpose of meditation is to change our mind.
Yeah.
Could you say a little bit more about that, please? What that means exactly?
I said actually meditation. Why we are going to meditation? Because meditation point is change our mind. Like for example, like breath meditation. We always think about easily negative, right? Negative. Therefore, if we think so many things, like if we don't clean, like that's a good example. Like when you are like your kitchen sink, you put so many bad things, you don't clean, then sometimes going to stock, right? Then you get a lot of trouble. You have to call somebody, pay a lot of money. Similarly, our mind is easy to think like negative, right? Therefore, if you breathe meditation, help clean your channel. We call it luro. Luro means like waste energy. Yeah, we have a lot of cause there. We are easy to angry, easy to stress, easy to like something like that. Therefore, if you breathe meditation, clean all those energy, waste energy, throw it away. Try to change the positive mind. Therefore, every meditation you have to change your mind. For in every meditation, even like if we talk about it right now, like use this one, right? When you like, because our mind is like monkey, right? Easy to like whenever we like doing good things, the mind always distort like this and that. But why we focus meditation? Because tied to our mind is think like a object. If we think object like long, then of course there other like dystopic mind is like reduce, cause they change mind, right? That makes sense? Yeah. I don't know, maybe. I think you are much better than me. You know already.
All right, Geshe, you said that knowledge is the root of who we are, or something to that, something like that.
Oh,
If you could talk more about what you meant by the root of us being knowledge.
sorry, what?
He said that you said that knowledge is the root of who we are, which
Yeah.
I don't think is exactly what you said.
No, I
You
think,
said something like,
Maybe clear up what he means by
Yeah.
knowledge.
yeah.
yes, please.
I said joyful effort is the root of the knowledge. I said like that, right? Because
Okay.
if you have joyful effort, you can learn so many things. If you don't have joyful effort, even you have something knows, easy to forget. Therefore, we say joyful effort is the root of knowledge. Make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Somebody else? No.
Good morning, Geshe.
Good morning.
I was thinking that joyful effort. Anyway, I noticed in my own practice of Buddhism, there have been times when I've been more joyful and put more effort into it, and then there have been times I've gone like this, like this, up and down. But when I look back, when first, a lot of us have had the same experience. When you first come to the teachings and we see our mind and we see that we can make some progress, we get enthusiastic, but then maybe over time the enthusiasm wanes, and then some people just give up and don't ever come back. Other people somehow keep it going,
Yes.
and then they have a teacher comes and they get Geshe Sangpo comes, or Geshe Gelik comes, or Venerable Robina, or somebody, and like a revival, all of a sudden that joyful effort is like boosted, and we get our batteries recharged, and so it can go like that. But it seems like for me the root of it is the commitment to hang in there over time when the joyful effort's not there, and keep plugging away, because it's really, for me, and I think for most people, joyful effort comes about when we see progress in our practice, when our mind begins to change, when we get angry, and instead of staying angry for a whole day, we stay angry for half a day, or we're able to deal with some disturbing mind state, and then we go, wow, that's pretty cool, and the joyful effort just arises almost, spontaneously. But to keep it going over time, I think that is part of the commitment that we call refuge. I think it has to be very strong refuge over time, because there will be times when the practice, takes a, just like samsara is not perfect. Our mind is in a constant state. So, up and down, up and down. So I think, for me anyway, joyful effort has a lot to do with just going through the times when things are not all that, when I'm not having aha moments, but I'm pushing through and continuing to do my practices, and then something happens, or, the Dalai Lama comes to town. Then I get really juiced.
Okay.
Anyway.
I think joyful effort subject is not easy, because we try to the Chiki law, and we discussed a long time which one can help here, this environment. Actually, joyful effort is big subject, right? We call Sandy. Then first we easy to give up because we are human being. Okay. Second, I think we are not finished joyful effort, because sometimes like you practice, like for example, in monastery, our class is 1 hour. Then after 1 hour, teacher continues to teach, and our mind is like, oh, like something like that. It's really like, therefore, Joyful effort is sometimes you have to relinquishment. You have to rest. Rest means does not joyful effort. Sometimes you tired, then you have to rest, recharge like your cell phone. Okay, then you become refreshed, then you can do whatever you do, then becoming more you are smarter. Make sense? Therefore, I think when you doing something like focus, then you doing like long time. Then sometimes whenever you see those things, then you headache. Like then, therefore, better to whenever you feeling tired, then rest. It makes sense? Yeah. But I told you before, explaining when I was in India, they have one monk. He did 50,000 prostrations without rest. Without rest, we cannot rest all open. Anyway, he do very hard work. After that, he's sick. Then now whenever he see the board, he threw it out. He said something like that. Therefore, I think whenever we do practice, then maybe finish the energy, then better to rest. Then rest maybe 1 month, 2 months is no good. Maybe 1 hour. You can charge self within 1 hour. Right?
One other thing I thought about too is that when we did that 1 month retreat last year at Black Mountain, and everybody was inspired, and the joyful effort was there, right? Because we were in the presence of this great teacher who basically doesn't sleep and is 24/7 is dedicated to to enlightenment and serving others and so on. So I think being around a authentic teacher is very inspiring. But when you ask Lama Zopa, when people have asked him, well, I don't think this, I've never heard him say this, but the thing that gives him his joyful effort is bodhicitta. His dedication to serving others, and the method for that is for him to work and transform his mind. So compassion seems to be the source of his joyful effort, whereas he's the source of our joyful effort. But I think the root probably of the joyful effort is really compassion for all sentient beings and ourselves.
Yeah, you are right. We right now we talk about the 6 professions. Try to similarly what we doing. We give for example, because actually the we practice become a Buddhist. First we realization for compassion. Then we become a Bodhisattva. Then the 6 professions are actually Bodhisattva's practice, right? When you study lowering, then you become a Bodhisattva. Then you practice for 6 professions: generosity, ethics, patience. This all actually Bodhisattva's practice. Therefore, they are the motivation is the compassion and this and that, Then we try. Oh, okay. So, no. Yeah, I'm good.
Just adding to what Don was saying, he was saying how seeing Lama Zopa Rinpoche's great compassion is encouraging. But I think it's very important for us to recognize how important it is to have a place like Kadampa Center to come to, because when we try to study on our own, there's so many things to learn, and it's so difficult to understand the meaning of different words and concepts. And if we try to figure it out on our own, we could be completely wrong. And then we come to a place like this, and we hear you and Geshe Gelik and our other teachers to explain what it really means. And it's like we think, oh yeah, I can really understand and learn that, and it feels encouraging. And to come to a place where there are other people who are also trying to learn, and we're learning together, it's the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha is just really important. And then seeing people like you and Geshe Gelik And our nuns, you know, I knew all of our nuns when they were just people like me, you know, and so to see their dedication to wanting to learn and hearing why they are doing it makes me think, well, I don't know if I could do it that much, but it's encouraging that they're all just people like me, and we can all learn together, and we do well, much better together.
Yeah.
Geshe-la?
Lo,
Yes, about joyful effort, and when we were talking about that, and I find for myself that what times it feels almost like I have a choice to be joyful or to make the effort, you know. And so that's part of my learning about joyful effort, is to try and bring those two together, to find the middle way, in effect. So, but I was thinking also that when you're making an effort or in practice, that then trying to see things that come up as obstacles that are part of the practice to overcome, is one of the things that for me is part of with trying to work with joyful effort to make steady progress.
okay.
And I was thinking that you were talking, when you were doing your 100,000 prostrations, that there are many obstacles that presented themselves to you. I think in that in accomplishing that. So if you wanted to say something about that.
Okay. Joyful effort, like, you know, I think this joyful effort is different, right? When we was in monastery, young monks, I think doing their study, they are not joy. But their study is a lot of effort. Because when I was young, like in my uncle and we stay, like, you know, very tiny room. I always try to my old books, like, you know, try to cover, like, because try to don't see me. Then I sleeping. Then he say, like, you know, hey, why you do like, cause don't like recite. Let's say, oh, I'm reading. Basically, I'm sleeping. Then I saw, like, you know, of course, young monks doesn't want to study. They are like human being. Like studying is more difficult, right? But then long time ago, we have farm. We have to go work, but no salary. But sometimes if I can go to work, I'm so happy because I don't have to do studying one day. Therefore, like, you know, anyway, we studying like this, like, you know, a lot, many day and day study, even though you are not joyful, but there's an effort a lot. Then joyful, some people like really joyful, then studying, always studying, do happy to study. That's, you want me? Yeah. Okay. Okay, Namula.
Okay, let's do the dedication prayer on page 246. And if you have the white binder, it's on the back of the Kadampa Center prayer page. And we'll read the dedication from Master Shantideva. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain a notion of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may they never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world.
Just a couple of quick announcements. I see Kim is here. If you are interested in becoming a member of Kadampa Center, she'll have a meeting she'll have a meeting with you here afterwards, and she can give you all the 411 on that. Also, coming up 2 weeks from Tuesday is a major Buddhist holy day, Sakadawa. This is the day when we celebrate the Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and passing into parinirvana, which just means passing out of this lifetime. And we're going to have a pretty full schedule that day, first thing in the morning, very first thing in the morning. If you want to take the 8 Mahayana precepts, you'll have that opportunity, and you can read about that at our website. In the afternoon at 3 o'clock, Venerable Lama will be leading an animal liberation. In the evening, if you are interested in taking refuge, Geshe Sangpo will be offering refuge that evening, and if you're taking that for the very first time, you do need to register, and you can do that on the website. But if you've already taken refuge and you just want to renew your vows, you're welcome to come for that. And then following that will be a Medicine Buddha Puja, which Geshe Sangpo will lead, so it will be really quite a wonderful day. And now we have Venerable Kano with a fabulous infomercial for you.
Hi, Geshe Sangpo, well actually, this is about joyful effort. About a month ago, Geshe Sangpo, I was talking with Geshe and Geshe Sangpo said, well, when are we going to start organizing another trip to Tibet? And I just got the deer in the headlights look. And Geshe started laughing. I mean, he was like, and he looked at, Kandala froze. So I am going to attempt to organize this side of it again. India, Tibet, sorry, India, apologize. They keep telling me I'm going to Tibet, so I'm a little ahead of myself. So the trip will be probably October 30th to November 16th, give or take a day or two. We will be at Sarah J. Monastery, which because of the thousands and thousands of monks that have practiced and studied there and the very realized beings that have lived there, it's a very holy site to visit. You can see where Geshe and Geshe Gelik trained. Whatever. Then we will be at Bodh Gaya, the place of Buddha's enlightenment. Again, an incredibly holy place. The imprints are amazing. We will visit other holy sites nearby. The center makes no money on this. This is completely to attempt to enable people to make the connection and receive the imprints. We're hoping to keep the cost, including flight from here to India and back, to about $3,200. If you're interested, there will be an information meeting immediately after this session today. There will be one at 6 o'clock tomorrow night before Discovering Buddhism, and there will be one a week from Monday at 6 o'clock before Discovering Buddhism. So think about it, and we'll see. Oh, why don't you, well, I'm not there yet. It is great. This will be, it is really, really, really amazing. And I must say that as much as I love Sarah J., Bodh Gaya is pretty amazing. And I'm sorry, Vanna, would you stand up, please? Like all Westerners who like to go places, there will be an opportunity to shop. Oh, that's right. So all of these really expensive clothes that you see that are now have an India flair, you can buy in India for a lot less expensively. So that's, there won't be a lot of shopping, but there will be some, I assure you.